Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the
Kung Fu Fighting.
Bars Open with Beth and Greg.
I always
This
sing
is the married life. Something like that.
Bars Open, Married Life
The
with
bar-
Beth and Greg.
Married life with Bar and Greg.
With Bar and Greg?
Yeah.
You having some
So-
issues?
My mustache
Dash.
is itching. We're recording a couple of these today.
Yeah.
So that's
Why
the
we-
reason.
Same clothes.
See, similar clothes. We've changed in the past, and we just said, fuck it. We're not even going to
Yeah,
get
but
out
what
of
I-
these goddamn clothes.
What I said
From
was,
the waist down, we're just naked.
because what I
you can't
said
even
was,
tell.
if I go
Like-
downstairs, I'm not coming back up.
She's
Get on the
like,
couch.
Beth basically was like, I'm not putting any pants on.
We're lucky I have underwear on.
Does she?
Yeah, I don't want to get the chair.
What are we
dirty.
talking about right now? What are we going to talk about tonight? So, danger zone. We're going to talk about the danger zone. Everybody
Yeah.
loves Archer. Everybody loves Maverick. You're a Maverick
Kenny Loggins.
once in a while.
I am. What? Explain that to me.
Once in a while. Because every once in a while, I can get you to do something.
No, more
It's
than
kind
every
of
once in a while.
outside of your comfort zone.
Right. No, it's more than every once in a while. I mean, I've got a first degree in Tae Kwon Do because you challenged me to that.
Yep. What'd you think about that? That was, 10 years ago now? So your first
Yeah.
degree black belt Taekwondo.
Yeah.
And what'd you think about, I said I wanted to go do Taekwondo, and I kind of looped
And you were
in.
like, I think it'd be good for us to do it together. And I was like,
I'll do it. I'll do it for a bit.
and I was
Bitch
like, all
can
right,
kick somebody's ass.
all
though.
right, I'll try it.
My wife can kick somebody's ass. Don't get her
I
wrong.
could before Taekwondo, baby.
Yeah, but you're much better.
I know.
at it.
Now I'm just more skilled at it.
Now you just sidekick
Got some
somebody
finesse.
straight
I
in
got some finesse to the kicking ass.
dang.
And you said, I think it should be fun. And I literally went, okay, I'll give it a whirl. And then 3 years later, I'm a first degree black belt.
Yep.
And you kept going, like, you're almost a third degree.
Yep.
And then we moved.
And then we
Um,
moved.
And so you talk me into, I mean, I can think off probably top of my head 10 things.
Mountain biking. You never mountain biked
I'd
before.
never mountain bike
You
before.
fell off a goddamn mountain one time.
I did. I woke up the next
You
morning. looked like I
literally
had been-
fell off.
Broke my earbuds. That's when they were still
She
plugging
fell
into
off
your
a
phone.
trail.
Down the side
The
of
first
trail.
time I'd ever brought her, she fucking manned up
That's the same
with
trip.
clipless pedals, which are the clip in, not like the little toe
Well,
baskets.
We'd gone mountain biking before. This is the first time I was doing clipless. This
Like
is
you
when
had
I
to
was
click,
I was
click,
stuck in
Yeah.
this, and I
and
wasn't-
you fell.
and when
off.
you panic,
you
if you're
fell
not used
off.
to them,
Yeah.
you have to turn your ankle
Go.
to get them unclipped.
Yep.
But if you're not used to them and you start to panic, you're like, why won't my foot come up? Motherfucker, you have to turn your ankle. And so I proceeded to fall down off the trail, down the hill about, I don't know, 4 feet.
Yeah.
And I stood up and you're like, baby, you okay? I was like, I broke my headset. Never mind the rest of me. Broke
And
my
then we
headset.
fell like 90 more times.
And then I
We-
fell. That's when I did the ass
being
ever
you.
tea kettle when
Yeah.
I found that hole
You
and
were
landed,
so
like,
close to that
to that
cactus.
fucking cactus. That would have sucked balls.
So you've done that. What else?
Done
What other things have I tried to challenge you with?
You taught me how to surf,
Taught you how to surf.
which
Was one of the scariest things.
Yeah.
I think
for
you
me.
for like you personally.
Well, that and then I'll talk
not
about.
scary for me.
No, but
because
I'm
I get
terrified
scared.
of sharks.
Yeah.
But I went in and I loved it, and then I started watching Shark Week, and that was that. The adventure.
don't watch Shark Week.
The adventure course in Flagstaff.
Oh, Arizona Extreme.
Yeah, Arizona Extreme. I would have
You
never
made it through like the red stage.
The only
one
one
you
I didn't go
didn't do
through
was
is
the black. Yeah, and I got
because
that done.
I was exhausted by that point because
Yeah.
it does take all time,
And
all
that was
day.
the second day because remember they shut it
Yeah,
down.
and
lightning.
I
Snow
well,
skiing,
So
like skiing a
second
black
day, neither
diamond.
one of us got
remember?
through the black the first time because
No, because they shut it
started
down. Yeah.
with your nephew and his fiance
Was
were in
that-
town.
Yeah,
you
that's what it was,
guys, the two
Christian
you
and
did the black.
Becca.
Becca and I were exhausted because it does take all day. And it keeps getting higher and higher and higher. And even though you're strapped in, it's a huge mental game.
Adrenaline, and it's adrenaline.
Huge mental game because you don't when you worry about falling, you don't think, oh, but I'm strapped in, I'm fine. I'm
You're still like, oh fuck.
what is it?
Have you
called?
ever watched one of those like those Russian videos where those fuckers are on top
Yeah.
of like
Yeah,
telephone
and they
poles
just
and
climb.
doing handstands and shit like that? Yeah.
They're not on top
There's
of
a
telephone
reason some
poles,
of
they're
those
on
guys
top of-
die
Well, yeah, because they're not clipped in.
because they're not right. And you go, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, and 400 stories
So
later.
that's another one. You did get me to try. What's the one we went to the community center that I was like, I'm never doing that shit again? Was it jiu-jitsu?
Oh, judo.
judo. It did,
That
but I
kinda
was
sucked.
like, "Yep, not doing that again."
Can't whisper into the mics, but that kind of sucked. That
It
one,
did suck.
but
They
that got
had
me
the-
in. But that got me into when we moved
Jiu-jitsu,
here
yeah.
to do jujitsu.
They just
You
had
don't do that
people.
here.
They just had people lined up with people who had no idea what
Which
they're
is
doing,
totally fine.
and I got trapped.
So,
And I'm not claustrophobic, but when you're trapped down, and his
oh, they were trying to make a big deal about it. Because remember, like the guy tried to get me,
yeah, they're
right? And
trying
he's
to
like, "What are you gonna do now?" And he
like,
said that to me, and I was like,
kick you in the balls.
I'm not gonna let you throw me on my back. I'm gonna kick you straight in the fucking dick.
So okay, so that one didn't pan out too well, but that's okay.
But hey, cheers to judo.
Skiing.
Skiing.
I had not skied
Breckenridge
since
skiing,
college, so
but,
it had
like,
been
Peak
16
10,
years.
remember Peak 10 with
It
Fred?
had been 16 years since I had skied, and you
Got you up on the
took
mountain.
me to Flagstaff,
Oh yeah,
and you took me to a
straight
black.
to a black diamond,
I
and you crushed
was
it.
so mad at you, and it took me a while. Like I wasn't crazy.
I wasn't in a hurry, was I?
Because
No.
I told you it's going to take me forever to get
And
down.
I said okay, didn't
so
I?
After 16
But I
years,
did,
you
didn't
took
I?
me straight up a black, which is probably how you need to get thrown back into it anyways.
Fuck it, why not? That mountain compared to
but Mountain
Breckenridge.
10.
But think about
and
that
Breckenridge.
compared to like Breck.
Yeah,
like
no.
that one run, you're like, that's a fucking green.
That's a
practically.
green compared
Yeah.
to what you get.
Some of the
but-
shit, yeah.
Or a blue
Blue
probably,
maybe, yeah.
But
You've done-
Breckenridge,
Skied the bowls in
Yeah.
Breckenridge.
which I can't
with
believe
Fred
I.
and I.
And so I never would have done that.
So-
I scuba dive, and I
Oh,
love
We're
it.
so close to getting certified.
Certified.
We'll go back.
And I
get
haven't done it
certified.
because the stupid pandemic hit. But which
Bullshit.
and it was funny because I'll tell a story about that because it's kind of we're on the boat, right?
Yep.
We're on the boat going out. We're decked in our wetsuits, our tanks,
Oh yeah.
and we were with a bunch of people that were experienced. You were certified. You had been scuba diving
Yep.
for a while. I had never done anything outside the practices in
It's
the pool.
outside the pool.
Yeah.
Like a pool
And
at the
so
resort.
The
Yeah.
one guy is like, so to keep your glasses from
Gotta
spot,
spit.
you got to spit in your mask. And I was like,
I don't have any spit.
babe, spit in my mask. I don't have any spit in my mouth
Right.
because I was so damn nervous.
Right.
I was so damn nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part was like when we first go in and you have to sit on the water for a little while, and I was like, I'm
Sit there.
going to die.
Why?
A shark is going to eat me right
Stop
now. But I went down. I found it very
You went
easy.
down. You were able to go down faster than Mike because I had an ear issue.
Yeah,
Like,
I went
had
down
pressure in my ear. I
easy.
couldn't get the pressure out of my ear.
And it was so much fun.
Zip lining, same trip.
Zip lining.
Remember that fucking riding the burros up the
The
fucking that
hill,
crazy.
which
ass-
I wouldn't have done that. So you encourage me to get out of my comfort
So that's
zone.
the thing that we're talking about this episode is
Right.
danger zone, right?
Right.
Is trying like I would say I'm a pretty adventurous guy.
Not pretty. Just
Right.
say adventurous.
Well, adventurous, right? And I think you want to be an adventurous person,
Oh,
but you
I
need a
am,
little
but
like
I am adventurous when
You
you're
need a
like,
little-
go babe, go,
a
go,
little
go, yeah,
push, right?
yeah. little kick
And
in the
that's
butt.
what comes up on this episode. So when as a couple,
Right.
you push me like, "Hey babe, go to like there's never been a kind of like hobby that you've ever been like, don't do that.
Right.
Maybe skateboarding. Skateboarding, you're like,
yeah, 'cause you'll
you
kill
almost
yourself.
killed yourself
You'll-
like
you'll
a
kill
couple
yourself.
times. I got a little older. I fucking separated my knee. I smashed
Gave
my
yourself,
head.
Like, a
Yeah, there was a
concussion.
couple things I was like, all right. I got, I could keep doing this, but
I'm gonna keep getting hurt.
yeah, there was a couple times that like really
You're no
fucked me
Tony
up.
Hawk.
And I'm not getting paid. It like I can go skate a skate park and just like cruise around, but like rolling bowls and like
Doing stuff.
that sounds like I'm smoking weed, but like skating in pools
Rolling
and stuff
bowls
like that.
on a skateboard, right?
Yeah, doing those sort of things. Like okay, 12-foot pool, 10-foot pool. Like probably
sit
that's
that out.
okay. 45 now. That was at 35 when I
Right.
crashed and I killed myself almost.
Right.
Ended up in hospital, do all
Yes.
these things. But
And that's
you've
where I was like,
never
no more.
been, but
No
you've
more, babe.
never, you've always ultimately supported me
Right.
in trying anything.
Right.
Like, fuck, you want to go shoot? Go shoot. You want to go hunt? Go hunt. Go walk around the ranch for fucking
Right.
3 days straight. And that's what I try and do with you. It's like, you don't want to walk around the ranch, or you say you don't want to walk around the ranch. But when you get out to the ranch and we walk around it, you're like, this is badass.
Yeah. No.
Or I don't want to go scuba diving.
Well, 'cause
But when
even
we
now-
go
'cause
scuba
even
diving-
now, like, in my head, I'm like, I don't want to go scuba
I got
diving.
itchy nose.
It's scary on top, but we
But
go.
when you're
and I
underwater,
do it. It's just
you're
like,
oh my God, it's
awesome.
completely different experience, right? When
Totally.
you're in that
and what do I say?
environment.
I can see the shark coming at me underwater. I can't see the shark coming at me.
But it's not even the
top of
sharks. It's
water.
like you get to see
big ass
the
lobsters
turtles,
and
all
eels
the everything,
and
and the fish,
caves and it's
right?
just all the coral and
right.
I mean, it was
So
cool.
it's that experience of being able to push each other,
right.
be like, yeah,
So here's the other
you
thing
need
that's
to
hard
do
for me.
this.
I don't like to do something unless I'm good at it. And new stuff, you're not good at it first. And I'm
So that's me with jujitsu or something
like,
like that, or you with
as
taekwondo.
everything every sport I've ever
always been
played,
good at
I've just always been
Yeah.
good at it
So-
immediately. You know, and so
To everybody that's kind of listening to this, right?
right.
It's like there's a starting point for everything. It's like, okay, so I want to be a writer. I want to start a podcast. I
Right.
want to start something.
Right.
There's a baseline.
You got to start.
We started this in our goddamn garage
No, on
with
the
a
back porch at
fucking,
first.
with a cell phone and a fucking some
Paint
fucking
sticks.
ruler paint sticks
No, the
stapled on
sturge
together
sticks.
Yeah.
The paint sturge
in the
sticks.
pop thingy, right?
Yeah, excuse me. Pardon me.
And you just learn your way into it. And yeah, you have to invest, but you have to invest in yourself.
Right, but some of that stuff to learn your way into it can be terrifying if there's any sort of I don't want to say risk or danger. I mean,
Okay, so but
of
that's
getting
where
hurt,
risk tolerance.
I guess I'm
has to come
afraid
in.
of getting hurt.
What do you? Okay, so like scuba diving. Of course, we don't want to drown.
I don't want to drown. I don't want to get eaten. I don't want to get poisoned or shocked.
Which is very rare.
Oh, super rare.
In the
But I
ocean.
also so I remember when we were scuba diving, I still don't have it dialed in like the oxygen I should be taking in so that I float. Because remember
like
we
your
weren't
buoyancy?
supposed to
Yeah.
weren't supposed to touch the coral, and I kept
And every
going
once in a while you
down,
come down.
and I'd be like, "Fuck, I can't touch this."
That's how much air you keep in your
Yeah.
chest, and
I'm
that's
still
but that's
figuring it out.
That's just experience, right?
But I don't like to fail in front of other people, and I was like, I'm touching this coral in front of these people, and I think I'm a
You
loser.
know, that's why they go to that particular
Spot. Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, failure like that is
failure makes you better, and sometimes for me, it's
So,
hard to remember that.
one of the coaches. Remember the big coach that I was talking about?
Yeah.
Angelica and Arturo's dad.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd rather you fail here at the
Jim.
studio than fail in competition.
But even if you fail in competition,
But no,
you're still
but-
learning
but
something.
Even if you fail over and over and over and over and over and over here,
right.
so that you don't fail,
Over
or
there.
you
So you're
limit your
prepared.
experience or
Right.
your chances of failing over here. So yeah, I mean, like you don't want to fail at
Anything.
failure is
I don't
everything.
want to fail at anything.
But one of the keys with like any sort of experience, like there's certain things you do not want to fail at. Skydiving.
oh gosh, no.
Don't fail at skydiving.
Zip line. I mean, bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping. Don't fail at fucking bungee jumping. Sailing. Don't sink your boat.
Right.
Like-
I mean,
Certain things you don't want to fail at,
right.
right?
I just want to walk away from it. If I walk away from it, I haven't failed.
But the
whether
other
I do
side of
good
it
or
is-
bad.
What do you learn from failing? You learn the way not to fail.
Well,
you
you learn
learn
to start
what-
over and
Well,
figure
you
it
learn
out.
one
And
way of
resiliency.
not failing, right?
And resiliency. Yeah.
So that's where like support from each other is like, dude, it's just like surfing, right? Surfing, one of my most memorable favorite moments of my entire life is Beth fucking paddling into a wave. She doesn't stand up.
No.
She body surfs this
I had
bitch.
her hurt ankle or something, right? Isn't that when I
No,
had my
you
hurt?
were scared of sharks.
Oh, that's
And
right.
she's got a 9-foot fucking
I had a
longboard, right?
sidewalk.
And she's like, woo!
Just riding that wave
And
in.
she's just riding this
Laughing
fucking
my
body
ass off.
surfing it in, right? And it's like a 4-foot wave, and she's like, right? And it was like one of the fucking, I don't care. She got up. The
I had a blast.
experience of
Yeah.
it, that's all that matters. You don't have to get up. You've ridden waves before. You've stood up on waves. You've got a scar on your eye because you got,
Where the
we call
surfboard
it,
kissed
you call
me.
it kissed me in the eye. Yeah.
Surfboard kissed me in the eye.
Little rolled in, hit her in the eye,
It
right?
came back at me. Yep.
Yep. And I was in
Point.
Was it Dana Point
Dana
or something
Point.
like that, right?
And I proceeded to get out of the water because I was like, "Oh, you were like,
You're
babe,
like sharks.
no, you were like, babe, you're bleeding." I was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of the
No,
water."
it wasn't. It was like I didn't realize it. She had a little split, but nonetheless, it's not about fear.
Right.
It's about overcoming. It is about
Enjoying it.
fear, but it's about enjoying
It's about enjoying
being
it.
on that little bit edge. I'm not talking like the Russian dude that's fucking. Those guys are fucking
No,
insane.
we're still
They
smart.
don't have insurance.
They do, but they just don't know that they do those things before they get the insurance.
So, kind of comes down to again, like growing.
Well, I have to trust you too. I
Right.
mean,
Oh,
I know
there's
you're never going to
ultimate
put me. You're
trust.
never going to put me in
Yeah.
a situation where I'm not going. Even if I get hurt, it's going to be a walk away injury.
I mean, we could both get. There's situations that like we could both get.
Well,
hurt.
I didn't blow my knee, but I I hyperextended
Fucked
my
up
knee.
your knee. Yeah.
And I was in
Taekwondo.
a brace for what 6 weeks.
Yep.
You know, so
There
I
are
mean,
things like that that are gonna happen. That's just like we played kickball first. Like we were just playing dumbass kickball. Beth pops her hamstring.
Nope, my
Was it hamstring or
no, it was the what's on the inside.
I don't know.
Groin.
Groin muscle.
I pulled my groin muscle.
Blew out her groin muscle.
Like
Black is the fucking
from like middle thigh to
Yeah.
knee. Well,
black.
it was,
Right.
and it hurt. I don't know that.
But that was
anything's
just playing kickball.
ever hurt anything.
But what
like
did
that
I
bad.
say?
But at the same time,
But
I
what
fell
did I say?
running.
Kick the fucking ball.
And I looked at you. I was like, I'm not kicking the ball. You're gonna have to kick the ball for me because I
think I just died
and
inside.
I know it was like. And then you looked at me. You're like, oh, dude, are you okay? Because I guess I had that pain face, and I was like, I'm not kicking the ball.
Something
And he was
just
like,
fucked up.
are you okay? And I was like, I don't think so.
Was that
okay.
the same night we almost got enough?
No, different night.
Anyway, so long story short but it's also respecting each other's boundaries. Like,
Right.
okay, I'm not going to like
Not going to skydive.
you don't want to skydive. I
will
want
not
to skydive.
I will not skydive.
I do want to. At
And
least
you're not
do-
going to push me on that one because you know that
I know that's
too
like
far out
yeah,
my comfort zone.
That's
But then I also have to think about things this way. Like you could get hurt doing anything. Do you remember when Bomber and I went running? I was running in the mornings for a while and it was dark and I hit that uneven
and you separated,
sidewalk and I
you woke
separated
me
my
up,
shoulder.
and
Yeah.
you're like, I think I separated my shoulder, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. And I mean, that was just
You just
running on the
caught
curb, you know, so you can get
There
hurt
was like
doing
an
anything.
elevated piece of like concrete
And
pad.
my toe caught it and I just went.
She used to run it like 5 o'clock in the morning.
I was a mile and a half away from home, so I still had to go back home
with
a mile and a
the
half
dog.
with a puppy.
Yeah. Oh, and he was a puppy. Yeah,
He was
that's
a
right.
puppy. He was like 50 pounds at that point. He was a dumb puppy that was heavy.
Yep.
Because I fell and he was like, "Oh, we're playing," and I was like, "Don't jump on me, I'm hurt right now."
Like because she landed and it goes boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Right. So, but you know,
you could get hurt doing anything, so
you
you can't
literally
be
get-
afraid of stuff
Yeah,
because
do
you might
not-
get hurt. And sometimes I tend
Fear.
to go that way. Like I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to get hurt. I'm not doing that."
Right. So that's the other thing is like, okay, I'm not going to ride the 11-foot pool anymore, but I'll still ride the skate park.
Right.
I'm not going to ride the fucking 12-foot waves, but I'll ride the 4-footers.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Right.
Because you still have to have a sense of adventure.
Right.
I'll jump out of a plane at some point. But
No,
I'll be
there with the-
attached.
I'll be the poster.
But I'll be attached to a dude that knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I won't even do a tandem.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you have to experience that. Like we have mountain bikes. We go hunting. I love crawling all over the ranch, just walking
Yeah,
and
you
just
do.
experiencing it and being out there in nature, right? And you kind of just like sit down, fucking relax, get
Listen.
up, walk, listen, do those sorts of things, but being out there and putting yourself out there because I'm not saying that there's like it's an innate danger being out there.
I mean, there's some danger.
Perhaps
You're in the middle of nowhere.
but you got a couple guns on you,
Right.
so you're pretty okay.
Yeah.
But it's about growing and it's about pushing yourself.
Right.
So like I said, and it doesn't have to be a physical thing.
No.
It's a mental thing.
Yes.
It's like doing this podcast, learning how.
I did not want to do this.
You know what's interesting? It's even just us, Beth and I, having these conversations. This is number 5, 6. This is number 6. Like some of the previous ones, pretty fucking deep.
Yeah.
Right? And we're being pretty fucking candid with some of this shit, right?
Right.
Putting that out there on the fucking world,
A little scary.
little scary. But it's honest, and that's kind of the thing. And it's pushing. We want you guys, and just like Beth and I, we hold each other accountable.
Right.
Hold yourself accountable. Right.
Mhm.
So, with that, thank you guys for tuning in.
I went like that, and you
She
can't
went-
even see it.
Doses,
Deuces.
deuces.
Doses.
I think a deuce is something different.
Well, no, there's still.
Is
There's
it a 2?
It's
Twos.
deuce.
Hashtags.
Hashtag deuce.
Hashtag deuces. All right. Catch you next time.
Bye, guys. Have a great time.
Married life. Cheers. dun, dun, dun.